Hello! So, today is Saturday, I can't even see. It is Saturday the 19th of October, and on Thursday I managed to do this on my kick drum there. Don't know if you can see that, but yes, nice big gaping hole hitting the drum too hard clearly. No, it's not that, it's just playing here every day for many hours and something's got to give way. So anyway, I'm going to change the head because I have to. And I figured that I may as well sit you here and we can chat whilst I do it, and I'll chat through how I do it and la-di-da-di-da. But anyway, I've just got to basically get all the stuff out of the... I mean, when I tell you that it's inconvenient, that would be an understatement. But it's my own fault because obviously there's lots of mics kicking about. Stuff getting in the way, so I've just got to be very careful and delicate, which is very against my nature because I am self-confessed the most clumsy person in the history of the world, which is fine usually, but when you're dealing with very expensive bits of equipment it can be a bit of a pain. So, and the kick drum seems to be the most awkward thing ever, to be fair. I don't want to change a head first. Oh, this is the other thing, I'm trying to not unplug anything, obviously, because, you know, I'm that guy. And I think that I'm actually going to use, a tuning device. This has made me realise that I have a lot of cables also that need to be cleared up, that I'm not going to do now, but I should. Can I use an excuse that the reason that I'm not is because, you know, it wouldn't make good streaming. Let's just say that. Right. With my puppy. Need to turn it off. Ooh. I've got this awful feeling that I'm actually going to end up damaging him more stuff. Will be. So I've been practicing a lot of reading recently. So every day I'm doing 3 hours of reading practice, and it's taken its toll on my poor kick drum. Poor thing. You just need to scooch over, please. I don't hurt you. Luckily, most of the mics that I do have are pretty robust, which is really good. Aside from, like, oh, I should have moved this one. This one is not. This one is delicate. And the other two delicate ones are up high, so I can't really ruin them. Well, I say that. I'm sure I could, and I'm sure one day it will happen, but today, not today. Not today. Okay. Just realised I haven't even opened up the box to see what head I'm going to fit on this, but there you go. So, I want to have this in shot so you can see. I don't know why I'm undoing these lugs as if I'm tuning it, because I'm not. Trying to think how long I've had this head on this drum. It's been a while, so it's probably due a change anyway. I've just realised there's not much way that I can actually see the chat very well whilst doing this, so if you are chatting, I apologise. Also, never done a live stream on a phone, so I don't even know how that works. So yeah, if I'm being, sorry, I'm not being rude. I was just about to do air quotations and realised as soon as I put this down again, it's gonna, I mean, it's all gonna go horribly wrong anyway, but It's the nature of a kick drum. I'm sure there is a way of doing that so that all the lugs don't fall off, but I'd be damned if I know what the answer is to that. Hello, nice blankets. Right, so this is going. Or is it? No, maybe it's not actually. Maybe it's going to live in the studio, because I'll probably end up using it for something silly. Right, I'm going to choose a head. I bought a couple of different ones. In fact, I think I bought 4 different ones, but only 2 turned up. So, I don't even know what I'm getting out of this box right now, but there we go. What's happening? That's the other funny thing. So, for me, usually, I'm very good at, sorry I'm seeming quite threatening with these scissors, but I'm usually quite good at having backups, things in, what's the word? Not in arrears, that's the wrong word. It's kind of the right word. I usually have lots of spares basically, and I did this on Thursday and I was like, it's fine, I'll just change the head, let me go into my head collection. The one thing I didn't have was a 22-inch kick head, bat head. I did have a 20. I haven't used a 20 in years, but I have a spare 20, so that's fine, of course. Right, so I've got a Power Stroke 4 coated, or I've got an Emperor coated. I've used Emperor coated a lot before. The one that was on here was a Power Stroke 3. Was it a Power Stroke 3? Yeah, coated. And I remember, so I used to use a lot of Emperor coated and love them to bits, but I think I've only gone through a bass drum head, this is the 3rd time in my life, so in 20 years. And the last time it happened was, must have been about 7 years ago, and that was an Emperor coated. So with a view to not doing it soon, again, because I don't really have the time to do this every 8 years. I mean, it's not bad really, it's 7 years, 8 years. I'm going to go for the P4, because I read about this and thought, oh, might be interesting to try. Yes. Let's go with that. There's a patch. I'm always a bit weird about patches because it definitely colours the sound. But as you can see, right, okay, so this is why sometimes you should use a patch, because check this out. That's where I was hitting. There's the patch. And that's why sometimes you should use a patch. But the problem with it is, for me, my personal opinion, that's all I've got, is that it just makes your kick drum more clicky, and on the whole, in the main, I'm not a big fan of sort of clicky kick drums. I love like a warm, softer kind of sound. Obviously, if I'm doing metal, which I don't do really anymore, then a clicky kick is great. Try saying that 7 times over. Okay, so, oh, this is the bit that I hate, because I try and be good and I think, oh, maybe I'll get them on with like the majority, and all that's going to happen right now is they're all going to fall off, and I know this, and yet every time I try, oh, one is not bad. Usually it's like all of them. I was going to say all whatever number, I don't actually know how many lugs are on here. I'm going to assume 10, maybe 12. Right, so let's tune this sucker up. So, first thing that I'm going to do, bear in mind, I am not like the world's best tuner in the world. There are guys that are ridiculous at tuning drums, like absolutely ridiculous. They touch the drum and it just sounds like magic. But I can do it to a point, and to a point that I like and that I'm happy. So you can ask for, really. So I'm just going to walk you through what I'm doing. It may be technically wrong, I don't know, but I end up with a nice sound. So I'm just going to put on all the lugs at finger tightness. Does that make sense? No, not really. It's fine. Can I say it's because it's Saturday? Saturday is a day off. It's yeah, just not firing on all cylinders. To be fair, I'm never firing on all cylinders, but that's fine. Right. Do you like how I made a real effort for you as well in my attire? That's good, right? Okay, so all the lugs finger tightness. Also, fun little thing, not fun at all if it happens. Always, so I'll just get this out. A lot of the times when I've tuned drums, right, I go to put on the lug and most of them usually fall off, right? And these lugs, the way they're designed, a lot of the time they'll completely fall out and I'm like, oh, I'll just put it back on. But what happens is it's not in the hole that is there, and then you do all this tuning and then you look and it's like, and it's like, oh God, I need to retune everything. So just always make sure that they're all within the hole. That's years of me doing that and then going, oh God. Also, many years of me going, it'll be fine, and then leaving it. But I'm pretty sure that's bad for the drum. And yeah, not a good vibe. Probably not good for the sound either, thinking about it. Right, okay, so, finger type. Now I got this thing about 6 months ago, maybe? And it's really cool. Yeah, it just helps you tune. It tunes to like frequencies. Really interesting. And like I said, I'm terrible at tuning. Absolutely terrible. And kick drums, for me, are the hardest things to tune, I think. That's mainly because I use quite small drums, so small drums are kind of easier to tune. And the Yamahas are brilliant. They're small, but they can go low. So it's a perfect combination for me. I just need to see if this has battery. It does. It has a bit of battery. I haven't used this for 6 months, so I don't actually remember how it works, but I'm pretty certain that you kind of put it on the rim. Yeah, and then you go around each lug. So you leave it there and go around each lug, and it tells you what the frequency is, and then you sort of choose a frequency to go up to, and it's really fun actually, because their website has a bunch of different drummers, like famous drummers, like the one that comes to mind is Dennis Chambers. He's got his settings on there, so you can tune to the same frequency that he does. Obviously it's different if you've got different drum and, you know, different heads, and there's a lot of factors. Where is my drum key? There are a lot of factors, but oh, it's in my pocket. Yeah, it's really interesting. So thinking about kick drum, okay, so kick drum, the frequencies that I love in a kick drum are things like the sub, which is around 60 kilohertz, but you can't have that because that's just, it's a bit much. So I can't remember what I did my last one on, because when I first got this I tuned everything and I was like, oh, it's so exciting. I think I tuned it to like 100, but anyway, did I say kilohertz? 60 hertz, not kilohertz, 60 hertz. So I'm just going to tune it to something. And then, in fact, no, let's start just by doing a single turn around all of them. Make sure they're all like somewhere in the same ballpark. So I do that so I don't forget which one I started on. Oh, also, if you don't usually tune drums, you should always do it in this kind of like, they call it a star pattern, or someone does. Someone told me it was called a star pattern, where you just go, it's not actually tight at all. You go across to tune it fairly evenly. Of course, I'm not very accurate, so I've just kind of done something. So I've tapped the middle, that's telling me it's 34 hertz at the minute. This seems like a bit of an advert for this bit of kit. It's really not. I just really like it. I think it's such an interesting idea, and when I used it, it was so much easier, and the drums just sounded great all of a sudden. In fact, I won't live stream this, but I may retune all my drums since the bulk of the kit is out and it's all awkward anyway. Right, so I suppose I can just use my finger. It's more these ones that are a problem. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so it's all around 34 to 36. Oh, that's 40. Apparently, you just need them between 2 hertz of each other, and then all is good. So I'm gonna aim for 100 hertz because why not? All right, so again, I'm gonna do this across. So fact, that's way down. So I'm just gonna turn it up a lot more. As you can see, I really don't know what I'm doing. Genuinely, not a clue. But it's years of just messing around, and I think that's it. That's the key to music, surely. You just mess around until you like what you hear. And oh, have I just not done that one at all? There's me going on about doing things evenly. Do you hear the crackle? That means you're breaking it in. Someone told me that you should jump on the kick drum head when you tune it. I know people that sit on it to break it in. I'm not convinced about that, but hey, each to their own. Right, what's that up to? I mean, this is all... Come on. Wow, that's way higher, that one. They're all around 40s-ish. 45-ish. Take it up another turn. Each of them, and then I'll start tweaking, I guess. I'm not sure why I've live streamed this. I thought maybe it might be something of value to people, but I'm pretty certain, because I really don't know what I'm doing, it's probably not of value at all. And actually you're sitting there going, Emily, you're meant to be a professional. Shouldn't you know how to tune drums? I agree, yes I should. This is so confusing. Right. Okay, we're up to 60. So 60, 61, 97. Oh no, 62. This thing isn't foolproof. I think you're meant to hit it in roughly the same spot from every low. But so I'm going to hear right outside the ring. 64, 60, 59, 59. That can't be 57. Should take it up a tad. 58. 60, 59. I mean, I don't know why I'm doing this because I'm going to take it way up. I think I am. 60, 60. So that's 60 hertz allegedly. Let's just see how that sounds. It's very dry because there's a lot of dampening in there. Oh, I'll tell you about how I dampen my kick drum as well. That's just really nice. I'll take it up a little bit more. I actually really like that. Oh, I think it's got a nice warmness to it. Actually, do you know what? Actually, it's also very dead because I guess it's, the P4 must be more, that's Charice's blanket, that's not even my blanket. Yeah, the P4 is more dampened. So, I wonder. That sounds better. So, I reckon maybe half of this in here. So, you know how this is rolled up, right? This is a rolled up towel, that's all that is. What I'm going to do is put it in there and fold it in half or thereabouts so that each end is tucked, each skin. And the leftover I put at the front skin, like a muffler. I find it works. That sound of that snare from that kick drum as well. I might take it up just a tad, and then I think that's done. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. This is what happened last time when I did this. I was like, that was too easy. Like I said, I may even be using this bit of kit wrong. I have no idea. All I know is that I really like the sound of it. I'm trying to do even-ish turns, but some of the plugs are a little tighter than others, so like that super loose. So I will try and tighten those up. I think that one's a bit loose as well. went up pretty high, pretty easily. That's up to 114, 115, all these. Apart from that one, which that doesn't sound right, but who am I to... Well, that's interesting. These rings are all over the shop now. Excellent. That's great. That's awesome. That's just what you want, just to really confuse the situation. Ranging allegedly from 45 to 117. 46, 46, I don't believe this, 46, 47, 46, 48, 83, 46, 83, 81. Amazing. So I used to watch people tune at Wembley Drum Centre when I used to work there. Oh, that sounds awful. And they used to do it old school, where you hit between the 2 points. That is right. Here we go. I'm gonna bring a bit of old school tuning into the situation. I need you to stay there. Okay. Sound pretty even. All of them seem to be at 48 now. Don't know what happened. Nah, that's too high. So I'm just going to take everything down by half a turn, and then I think I'm at that point where I wish I'd have just left it when I liked it. Always happens, but that's fine. It's all part of the learning. Oh, you're very, very close. I've no idea how I see the chat on the live stream on the phone, so I apologise. I can see that some people have been saying something, but I'll be darned if I can find out where that is. Actual side, how's it actually sound? Dumping and everything. I think that sounds pretty good. Yeah, so that's how I absent-mindedly tune things. Like I said, I use this thing and I quite like it. It's quite an interesting thing. I can't turn it off. Oh, there you go. But yeah, it makes life ever so slightly easier, which is nice. Because as someone who is terrible... Oh, I can see some chat! Oh, and it's disappearing. Ah! I don't know where to find this chat. Hold on. No. 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 Don't know where to find it at all. But at the end of the day, it's got to be what's good to your ears, I think. But it's a really good place to start. This drum is so dirty, it's unbelievable. That is filthy. It's well used, I suppose. So, yeah, I'm not sure what the purpose of doing this live stream was, other than saying hello and what you getting a chance to watch me struggle with my... In fact, it wasn't that much of a struggle, though. Let's be honest. But yeah, I hope you having a lovely day wherever you are. I'm so sorry that I literally cannot see this chat. How can I quickly Has anyone done a live stream on a phone? And can they help me? Oh, chat viewing options. Live chat. Oh, yes! I've got there. Amazing. All right. I know that everyone that's been chatting is probably gone, aside from Simon Stewart, who I saw was here like a second ago. Fernando, hello. Good morning. Hello. Ah, it's disappeared again. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's perfect. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. It was me, Jenny. Oh, Jenny Tillis and Thrakis Philip. Hello. Hello, Jenny. Thank you so much yesterday for your lovely donation to STEM Club. That was so kind of you. Sean. La 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 la. Sunday here on a Saturday. Always, Sean. I hope everything's well in, is it Tel Aviv that you're in? I can't remember. I think it's Tel Aviv. I might have, oh no, Sri Lanka. Ah! Bah! Oh gosh, oh, it's all going wrong. Oh, okay, there we go. Yes. Do you have a drum tech whilst touring? Yes, although the drum tech on Kim doesn't really tune my drums. I'm pretty low maintenance. I just tune my kit, I like it, and then I just tweak it every day. So, yeah, it just makes it easier. It's just different in here because obviously it's under the microscope, so it's very different. Mark, Scooby, how you doing? Thunderfoot. Someone else called me Thunderfoot recently. I can't remember who it was. And Simon Stewart from Impact Recording Studio. Hi, hello. Fernando, that bass sounded good. Simon, tips for you, Emily. When I tune my bass drum using a tune bot, oh, use it as well. That's good. Use a drumstick. Clamp the tune bot on the stick. Place the stick on top of the bass drum hoop between the lugs. Okay, hold on, let me read that again. When I tune my bass drum, use a drumstick, yes. Clamp the tune bot onto the... Oh, it's disappeared. Clamp the tune bot on the stick. Place the stick on top of the bass drum hoop between the lugs. I'm gonna have to experiment with that whilst I'm not doing it live in front of an audience, because that seems like a really... a recipe for a lot of embarrassment, which I'm very good at because I do it a lot, but there you go. Yeah. Scooby, hi. I have, yes. Oh, amazing. Yeah. Show me. Just send me a picture, because I can't visualize it. Can I visualize it? Or, do you know, all I can see right now is me putting the tune bot on a stick, on the drum, hitting the lugs and the stick flying off. That's all I can see in my head right now. So I don't know. Ah, Quadrod's here. Hello. Hey Quadrod, how you doing? Bass drum has to be flat on the floor. Yeah, all I keep thinking is I'd hit a thing and then the vibrations would send that stick flying. Anyway, Simon, send me a picture or something, because I'm being an idiot. And that's fine. Is that a Tamiya kit? No, it's a Yamaha 9000. Oh, so this kit was born in October 1987. It is, how many months is that? 4 months younger than me. It was born 4 months after I was. I love this kit so much. I also named my kits. This kit is called Levon, after Levon Helm. I bought him in 2012 when I was touring with Cher Lloyd. I saw it in a shop called The Drum Shop in Newcastle. If you're in Newcastle, don't go there because you'll want to buy everything in there. It's the most... Me and Johnny went there last year. I think it was last year when we were up in Newcastle. And honestly, we walked in, we wanted to buy everything in the shop. It was so good. But the funniest thing is that the guy that runs it doesn't want to sell any of his drums because he loves them too. He does a lot of vintage drums. Anyway, he got this in second hand and I saw it and I was just like, oh, I need that kit. So yeah, so I bought him and he's called Levon and he's after Levon Helm. Fernando was just asking what head I've got on here. So it is I'm not going to turn it around because I have to lift it up to the camera. It's a Remo Power Stroke 4. It's the first time I'm trying the Power Stroke 4 on this kit. And I'm excited. I think it's going to be good. As long as the blooming bass kick drum beater doesn't go through it, then I'm happy. And then, was it Scooby just asked there? Yeah, what did you put in your bass drum? Okay, so, before, the last head I had was a P3, Power Stroke 3 remote, and I've had that for a long time, and it worked brilliantly until I put my poof through it, basically. And so when I had that, I had this rolled up towel, and also this blanket that I stole from Sharice's house, from when we were living together. Sorry, Sharice, I'll give that back to you. Good old IKEA blanket, which has come out. But yeah, so this is just a regular old towel. It's rolled up, and I put it, in fact I'll show you exactly here how it is inside. So I put it so that each end is touching, oh you can't see, each end is touching the head, and then at the front head here I roll it round so it's it's like this kind of shape at the front, so any excess I just put around the front. And who taught me, do you know who taught me this? And this is funny, someone just called me Thunderfoot, right? There's another drummer who, he used to be known as Thunderfoot, I don't know if he still is. His name is Keenan Epram. He's from the States. We did a tour together, so I was playing in an Afropunk band called Visit a Q. We were supporting them on this tour that we were doing, and the band was called Blood Sugar. And this is such a long story. It is not a long story, but anyway, the singer of Blood Sugar, the founding member, is actually a guy called Xavier Duprez. Xavier Duprez is actually Fantastic Negrito. If you look up him, if you know him, he is amazing. He's won a couple of Grammys. He's amazing. Anyway, we were doing these tiny clubs in Manchester. This was was it, how long ago? I was 18, so what's that, 14 years ago, right? And yeah, so Keenan was his drummer. I'm so sorry, this is so rambly. Keenan was his drummer, and his kick drum sound was unbelievable. They called him Thunderfoot. Amazing drummer, still is, plays with Lil Wayne, I want to say now. And yeah, lovely guy. And I was like, how do you get your kick drum to sound so good? Because I just was so confused with kick drums at the time. He said, oh, it's really easy. All you do, roll up a towel, you put it in, make sure that both ends are touching the drum head, and that's it. And I was just like, it can't be that simple. It's literally that simple. So that's all. So I'll show you. Okay, so here's how it sounds without. So you're gonna get a shot of my ass. Oh, there goes me scraping the floor again. Right, so without, it kind of. In fact, that actually sounds really nice. Okay, so I think because it's quite a muffled head, I don't need both blankets. I don't need the blanket as well as the towel. So, and then this is it with it. It's just punchy. It's just like, it's that sound. You know when you hear things and you go, oh, I just want to get that sound. To me, that's that sound. If I wanted more dampening, I would take this one here and I'd probably just do that at the front of the kick. So, or maybe even wrap it round. So if this was the reverse, so if this was at the bottom, only because you can't see, I would wrap that round at the bottom. And the person that taught me that was the drum tech from The Darkness, Stuart. He told me about sort of muffling the front head in this kind of shape. Sorry. This kind of shape, and then someone else told me this other thing about density. I don't remember who it was, but they said to me, if you, and this is what I did for a while actually, I would wrap a brick or a weight in a blanket and then put it at the front of the head in that same sort of U shape. That really brings an amazing sound to the drum as well. It's experimenting really. I just so happened put that in and really liked it right now, but that doesn't mean that I won't change it at some point and mess around with it. This is where I try and, let's see if this, I can see there has been some more. Right. Nina Draycott, hello, thanks so much. My pleasure, I don't know what I'm doing. Simon, have you, oh no, Simon. Have you ever used the kicker foam that goes inside the bass drum? No, because I'm an impatient person, and I like to do things now. I just am like, right, I think that's my whole thing. What can I do now to make this better? And that's in everything in life. So if it saves me having to buy something and wait for it to be delivered, or go find it, or go out, or blah 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 blah, I'll just do something that will work with what I have. Hence Charisse's blanket from her house and that random towel, which I don't even know where that towel's from. I don't recognise it at all. So I think that's been in there a very long time. In fact, this is so, I don't know what, you don't want to know this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. In one of my kick drums, in fact, in the one that's on tour with Kim Wilde, there's a hoodie in there that has Tekken on it. You know, the beat 'em up game? So I love Tekken. I've always loved Tekken. It's kind of like one of my family's games, if you like. Like, we used to always play it. Same as like Abe's Odd World. That was another one that we used to always play. Anyway, and there was a new version of Tekken that came out, and my sister got me this amazing like pack of, it was the game, and then it was like a book with all the characters and all the storylines and blah blah blah, and this brilliant hoodie, and instead of wearing it, I decided it'd be a really good idea to put it in my bass drum. So that's one of the things that's in my bass drum on the road, which is useful because if I get cold, then I know that I'll always have a hoodie. So that's good. Blah 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 blah. Fernando, that towel really makes a huge difference. I know, it's so simple and so easy, so easy. I have so many towels around just for things like that. And Simon says, sent you the pic via Instagram message. You are a star. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to look at it and go, Emily, you're an idiot. That's so simple. Like what he's saying, that's what it looks like. Of course that's what it looks like. But anyway, right. I guess I need to put this all back together. I'm gonna tune the other drums, and I've got all these old cables lying around where I've swapped out cables over the last 6 months, and I just thought at some point I'm gonna get round to actually coiling those up and chucking them out. So yeah. Oh, Simon, I noticed you don't have any studio foam. Do you have any problems with sound reflections? No, because, okay, hold on, I'm going to take you off of this. And I'm sorry, I hope it doesn't switch to like not being, what do we call it? Landscape. So check it out. These are my made of fabric, and look, you can even see, do you see that under there? There's acoustic treatment under every single wall, and there's fuses, and it was, yeah, this is a really meticulously planned studio. So when I was living up near Peterborough for a while, and had the opportunity to build a studio there. I'll just take myself down. Why is, so sorry, Siri thought I was talking to her. So I was living, yeah, up near Peterborough, and we had a garage that it was a choice that we could turn it into a studio. It was amazing. I was just like, oh my god, this is my dream come true, which it absolutely was. And then we did it and sort of soundproofed it. It had windows and just regular double glazing doors, and it wasn't very soundproof, and the reflections were crazy, and I didn't know what to do because I don't have a lot of experience in soundproofing and how to treat rooms acoustically. So when we moved to this new house in Harlow, I was just, well, me and my husband were like, okay, let's do this properly, let's get in professionals. And I'd happened to have rehearsed at Terminal, I think it was the new Terminal Studios, and they were so well done, and I was just like, I need to ask. So I said to them, who did these rooms for you? And they told me, and yeah, I just called up this company and I was like, look, here's the situation, I have no idea, this is what I need, can you do this? And they did. And I'm really sad I didn't get more pictures, because behind all these walls, these fabulous fabric walls, is the most beautiful diffusion thing. Like, they just look beautiful. I think they're like works of art. It may be me being an absolute idiot, and I'm sure there's people watching this going, Emily, you're just shut up. But no, I just think they're really stunning. So, in fact, I'll give a shout out to the company. They're called Amadeus. They're really good. They're based somewhere near, I want to say Southampton sort of way, like on the south coast, but yeah. Right, Matthew State joined late. What happened with the kick? I'll show you exactly what happened with the kick. This is what happened with the kick on Thursday. I don't remember what song I was playing actually, but I was practicing my reading, and Yep, that kick drum, just the beater just went straight through that head. And as you can see, I would hit myself in the face, and I was not playing on the patch. I rarely was playing on the patch because I just prefer the sound of the softer kind of sound, less attack. You can create attack with EQ, I prefer to put it in as opposed to take it out, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't, in fact, it's probably completely wrong, but that's fine, it's alright. I don't pretend to know everything, I barely know anything. Simon, I built my own studio back in my back garden, double skinned, acoustic plasterboard. All in all took me 5 weeks. Wow, that's really quick. To build on my own cost me £10,000 total. Wow, flipping expensive, but it was worth it. Dude, I'm with you. Like, I think just any sort of acoustic treatment, building studio, all of that, unfortunately, you've just got to resign yourself to the fact that it's going to cost money. It is. But, do you know what? I've made back that money in all the tracks that I've done, like, easily. And, yeah, the outlay initially is painful, but as I said, I did it the other way where I tried to do it cheaper and easier, and it just wasn't good. It was unusable, so I'd rather do it properly now and then not have to worry about it, basically. So I'm totally with you on that. Yeah, it's a thing, innit? Matthew State, ouch. Oh yeah, you know, it's one of those weird things when you're playing an instrument and then something happens and you just go, my God, what just happened? And usually it's like a stick breaking, and you feel it and you go, oh, that was weird. Watch it. Oh, my stick's broken. I need to get another one. Fine. This one was just, it was just such, it's a silly thing, but it's like a silly little shock to the system. You're like, oh, what just happened? Oh, my kick drum beater is through the head. Okay, cool, great. All right, how am I going to do this? I'm so lucky I didn't have anything booked in yesterday because it just would have been so awkward. But anyway, right, I'm going to go. I've been rambling at you enough, I think, and I need to put it all back together and get it all sounding good and back to normal. Okay, right, I'm going to go. It's been lovely chatting to you. I wasn't expecting this much chat. Thank you, Matthew. You have a lovely day too. In fact, everybody have the best weekend ever. I will be back next week at some point. I don't know when. I don't have my diary in front of me, and my brain barely works. All I do know is that I'm going to my parents' house to see them and my sister for dinner tonight. That much I do know. That much I am looking forward to. So that's brilliant. Right, so I'm going to love you, I'm going to leave you, wish me luck in trying to get this all back together, and I am going to clear up some cables. In fact, I'm going to listen to a podcast whilst I do it, so that it goes a bit easier, hopefully. But anyway, see you guys later. I hope you're having a lovely day. Alright, lots of love. Mwah. Thank you, Simon. I will be in touch for sure. Alright, see you later, guys. Oh, I don't know how to end this at all. Oh my gosh. Right, I may be here for a while just trying to sort this out. But yeah, okay. See you soon. Okay.